You know, loving someone that's incarcerated can feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 key ways that you can maintain a relationship with someone who's incarcerated without losing yourself in the process. Let's get started. My name is Jason, and I'm the founder and CEO of Behind Bars Blueprint, an organization designed to help individuals and their families navigate the incarceration process from beginning to end. Like I said, today's video is very important if you are trying to maintain your sanity throughout the entire process of supporting someone that you love that's incarcerated. Let's jump into it. So the first strategy that you need to employ is setting emotional boundaries. Sounds kind of complicated, but it's not once you really stop and think about it. You need to set time apart for you in order to make sure that you've got time to decompress and to refocus and to reevaluate every step of this process. You need to make sure that you're finding a way to vent some of these feelings, all right? So it's journaling, maybe it's something where you talk to a friend, but you need to make sure that you set emotional boundaries. And part of what that looks like, sort of the tough part of that is, that means sometimes you're going to have to tell people you need some space. You're going to have to tell people, hey, look, that right now this is the time that I'm going to be doing this, or I'm not available right now. And that could actually include, your incarcerated loved one. Set times, get a schedule of when you're going to communicate, when you're going to write letters, when you're going to make phone calls, when you're going to come to visit, things like that. But you need to make sure that you're also setting time for yourself, for you to be able to process things correctly, for you to be able to kind of decompress and relax and just take a break, because this can be very, very stressful. And until you get settled into a routine, you're going to definitely need to take time to set emotional boundaries and stick to those. The next thing you need to do is you need to prioritize self-care. You may think you're being selfish or maybe self-aggrandizing, but it's actually very, very important. You need to prioritize self-care. And what does self-care look like? Going for a walk, enjoying a hobby, something along those lines. But you need to make sure that you're taking time for yourself to do the things that please you, the things that bring you some happiness, the things that bring you joy. And again, it can be a number of things. Like I said, you can journal, you can go for a walk, you can exercise, read a book, whatever that it takes, whatever is going to help you sort of let go of those emotions and work your way through a lot of this process, because it's going to be stressful. You're going to have times where it seems like the world just doesn't make sense. So if you have those things that you can turn to so you can prioritize your own self-care, you're going to be a lot better off in the long run. So the third strategy that we always recommend is you want to be able to stay connected without overextending. So what does that mean exactly? Well, you want to write letters, you want to make sure you make phone calls, things like that, but you don't want to overdo those. You don't want to write a letter every single day. And we've actually had several people that we have counseled that say, oh, I'm going to write a letter every single day. I'm going to get a letter to my loved one every single day. And although that's a great sentiment and the intentions are wonderful, it's just not practical, and it's a great way to find yourself burning out very, very quickly. So you want to be supportive, that you want to make sure that you're doing the support system that you've set in place. And again, you need to be intentional on that. And that's what we're talking about here, but you don't want to overextend. You want to make sure that it's reasonable, that it makes sense, and that you're able to maintain a steady flow of connection with your loved one while they're incarcerated. We've just released a new book, and it's called Navigating the Incarceration Process with Your Loved One. And it's something I would highly recommend you check out. It's on Amazon. It's on our website. It's at www.behindbarsblueprint.com. And the book is specifically designed for loved ones, helping and supporting those that they loved that are incarcerated. This is something for people that are not in jail or prison, but have loved ones in jail or prison. And I highly recommend you check it out. We go through a lot of this stuff that we're talking about on this video, guys, in a lot more detail in that book. And it's something that you can use constantly as a guide. It can be a study guide for you. And it's not necessarily a workbook, but more of a resource. And that's how I would treat it. So go check it out, guys. Hopefully it can help you out. And on to the next strategy, strategy number 4. So support strategy number 4 is seek support for yourself. And that means community support. That could be online community support like Behind Bars Blueprint. That can be local churches, that can be family members, whatever it looks like. And again, we've got online consultation if that's something that you want to check out. Again, it's at www.behindbarsblueprint.com. You can schedule a 30-minute or a 60-minute consultation where we just go over whatever you want to talk about. If you don't understand something, if you just have questions or concerns, we answer all those. And we do that in an online format that's private, that's one-on-one. Everything is obviously very confidential, and we do not share any of that. But also, we always encourage, try to get connected locally with somebody. Again, if you've got a church that you can connect with, we absolutely recommend you do that, or family members. But we also have the resources on our website. We check those out because the more support you get, the better, because you want to be successful through this. Because again, you've got to maintain your strength in order to help your loved one who's incarcerated maintain theirs. That's going to do it, guys. 4 strategies that you can use to maintain your sanity throughout the entire process of supporting your incarcerated loved one. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, you've got to be in it for the long haul, and you've got to maintain your own mental sanity, your own mental health, and your strength. You also have to make sure that you're maintaining your physical health and your strength. That means eating properly, that means exercising. And again, I know this doesn't sound like something for everybody, but it really does help. It's a great way to release a lot of emotion, a lot of energy that's pent up. And again, as I would highly recommend checking out our website. We've got a lot of resources there. Again, we've got consultation sessions, we've got workbooks, everything that you need to make sure that you're understanding how this works and managing the process effectively and successfully so you can be a big support to your incarcerated loved one. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. You can also email me at behindbarsblueprint@gmail.com, or you can give me a call at 260-228-2626 with any questions that you have. We read all the comments, we answer all the phone calls, we read all the emails, and we respond, guys. We want to help. We want to be a resource for you. So again, make sure that you're doing everything you can to support your incarcerated loved one. Until next time, stay strong, keep the faith.